talk about the topic of main in a time of chaos. As we know, reality is what we created to get out of and allow chaos make you be someone other than your most authentic self. So, how are you maintaining your personal peace these days?
Well, as we all know, life can be life, and we go through trials and tribulations. First and foremost, in order to have peace, I have to go to a higher power. I pray. I thank God daily for health, life, and strength, my mental peace first, and everything else falls into place. Now, is my life peaches and cream? No, it isn't. But I pray, I meditate, and I try to eat healthy. And so, with those three things in my life, that has helped me a tad bit, because we know that we can't start eating and let food become our biggest enemy.
Right.
And we cannot do that. We have to protect our temple. And so, that's why I promote and I advocate for health and wealth, because if you're healthy, you can make everything happen. When you're not healthy, then it's costly. And so, I just try to tell and encourage others to stay healthy with your mind, your body, and your soul.
So let's talk about, what does radical self-love mean to you, and what does that look like for you right now?
It's all about me right now. I have to be selfish with my time. And so I'm showing myself and showing up for myself and stepping out of the elements that chaos wouldn't allow me to do. I am making sure that I protect my peace. Protecting my peace is not letting any negative energy in. And yes, people call me to just pour out and dump, but in this season, I have to really fall back and give myself the radical love that I need and to pour into myself. I encourage these people, but the best way to encourage them is to live through it by myself.
So let's just do a little role play for the people who may still have some issues with people pleasing or not know how to set those boundaries, or they might get that draining phone call or that drama coming. So I'm gonna play the homegirl or the family member that's calling this a drama, and I want to see how you protect your peace.
The
Okay?
new me. Yes. Hello.
Girl, you wouldn't believe, girl. I am just so sick and tired of the same thing. You know, remember I told you last week that I was going through something and it's happening again?
Well, let me tell you this, friend. I'm going to let you know right now. Stop what you're doing and get your knees and pray to God.
But I just feel like God's not even answering me right now, and I feel like He's just upset with me right now.
He's
And I just
he's here with us right now. He's listening to our conversation. Are you gonna go to the big G or are you gonna come to Little Reed? Okay, so let's go ahead and reframe this conversation. What's going on?
I'm frustrated.
Okay, did you pray about it? Hello, did you pray about it?
No.
Do you want to have a word of prayer right now?
Yes, I don't even know what to say.
Let's talk to him like we're talking to him.
Okay, you might need to add spiritual advisor
Yes,
to the title.
I have to.
Oh my gosh, that is, you literally just did what I do.
We're God like, oh, why they come to me? And now the enemy is like,
Stop and already redirect them to the highest problem solver.
to the higher power and a higher power. I can't do it, but I do love you. I thank you for feeling as if you can confide in me, but it's hard.
That was good, that was a good segment though.
It was. And I hate saying but, so it's perfect.
It must have a
Now,
time.
I was telling you to text me because I couldn't. For some reason, it's not letting me message y'all back in here. I don't know. What you mean by that? Text me. Let me show y'all the space some more while I'm on here. This where we at. This where we at. Oh, my fault, brother. No, that's my fault. Doing your thing. I got the whole screen room back here with your backdrops. All type of equipment. Even got the door for you can pull a slider in. Even got one little setup where you can do some over there. Kitchen scene. Even got like a little product setup. Shoot some product placement. Cowboy Richie the hair doctor. That's where I'm at. Creative Works.
Okay, so we didn't stop recording? No. Oh, okay. Well, that was the first part.
Yeah.
So, so I feel like, and so it's beautiful to just hear that reflection, back to me. And I'm the same way. I think I've experienced as an activist, as an advocate, at one point I believed or I thought that I had to sacrifice myself. I thought I had to sacrifice my time, my energy, my health, and at one point even my life, because that's how deeply I was impacted and affected by the things going on in my community. But I learned that, you know, one, when they say no one's coming to save you, and two, my first responsibility is maintaining myself. Maintaining my well-being, my health, my mind, my spirit, my body, because God showed me that I am more effective and powerful alive than I am dead. And so I have to protect myself by all means. And that is radical and revolutionary in itself. And so that doesn't always look like being on the front line. It doesn't always look like strings to be pulled, you know.
You have to protect it. You're giving yourself the top tier level of self-love when you're caring for yourself before you allow others to let you feel as if, oh, I have to please them. I have to show them. I have to be everywhere for them that you have me there. They don't require us to be big.
I was showing up for everybody, but right on E.
And how good does it feel to show for yourself then?
Oh, it feels great. I think it reflects in everything that I do. It reflects in my skin. It reflects in my mood. It reflects in how I show up, how I speak to people. And I was gonna actually kind of answer my own question, but to just mirror your response. So self-love to me actually right now looks like communication. Honest, authentic communication is necessary. So one, taking the time to communicate with myself.
Yes.
So I pray and I also write. I write my prayers and I write letters to myself. That's a way for me to gain clarity and honesty about where I'm really at. And then because I'm full-time entrepreneur, my life is surrounded by relationship. I'm in constant relationship and communication with my clients, with my authors, with my collaborators, and I can't move forward if I don't communicate. But I have to communicate with love, with honesty, with clarity, and with grace to show enough love to myself to show up as human. And sometimes that's imperfect, but all the time is authentic. You know, and people respond to that with the same level of grace and authenticity. And so I'm just happy that in a time where, well, I'll say this, I'm grateful. I'm grateful because even though we're currently living in a time where hundreds of thousands of people are out of jobs, that benefits are being cut, healthcare is being cut, food assistance is being cut, all of these things are constricting people's ability to live, build an ecosystem around me. Government being shut down, and their budget constrictions have nothing to do with what I got going on. You know, so I can't say because that
And to still walk by faith and not by sight. Being a full-time entrepreneur, so I am myself, we really have to put faith behind what we believe is right, what we stand on, what we want to advertise, what we want to promote, so that others can really see that, oh, they're doing this. They said that their evolution is so real. If no one moves and be different, step out and start business on faith. Because you can start a business with money, but where's faith?
because I don't bring it through most of the time.
Yes, it
The
will.
payments haven't come through, it's the faith that
And so work is faith without work is dead. And so as long as we're working and keeping our faith, we're stay busy. And so that's what I do to keep my mind focused when I go through a slow season. It's never a slow season before that. It's always a season to grow and to see what can I change, what can I implement. If I told you guys anything that I'm implementing on my line, you're gonna be like, just a little meal person catering. We're trying to do kid meals, fresh pet food. I'm literally expanding my mind to not be in a box where I would want you to do nothing. No. So that's how I'm just taking the step to show myself that I care about what I want to invest my time in. Tell myself that I can do whatever I put my mind to, and then put the action behind it with God's strength and power. So,
absolutely. So you just spoke a little bit about in the slow seasons, and as an entrepreneur, as a woman, as just someone being in tune spiritually and yourself and with the world, we go through ebbs and flows, right? We're literally in a seasonal shift right now. We're in fall now, and soon it'll be winter, right? And so everything is kind of slowing down.
and it hurts for me, it's picking up.
Hey, right?
It's crazy. That's why I said this is normally my slow season. I've used time normally during this season to revamp and come up with new ideas and implements, but now it's busy. So instead of me being in a slow pace and going through the emotional depressions that we go through when the seasons change, I literally am so busy that my mind is like, okay, God, this is what I asked for. And I didn't know when you were gonna do it, what time, what season, or whatever season, I'm ready. I want to be that willing working vessel, because that's why I'm 100% full-time entrepreneur. So I want him to trust me.
Absolutely. Okay, so with that being said, I would say even though we've already off camera have already kind of talked about seasonal depression, those in our lives who may be dealing with lows emotionally, feeling mentally stagnant, or wanting to isolate, what piece of encouragement would you give to listeners right now that may be dealing with seasonal depression?
I will tell the listeners that seasonal depression is real. I myself has faced it too. And what I would do to encourage you is tell you to get busy, get active, find something that you love to do that can take your mind off of where the negative and the negativity wants to have you drawn away from people. I want you to be encouraged to draw to people, but not the negative people. If you know someone in your life that speaks positive and that are really, really encouraging, go towards them. Do not go towards the Debbie Downers, because they're going to keep you down. Misery loves company. So what I'm going to educate you on is to read yourself, accept the state that you're in right now, and tell yourself this won't last always. And do something for your community. Do something for your church. Do something that's a charitable outreach so that you don't have to think about yourself. And that's when I get freedom. That's when I feel my best. That's when I feel as if life is life, and not right now, I'm busy, And so just feed your mind positivity, stay focused, and be encouraged, because it won't last always.
I love that. Yes, sometimes our mind can either be our best friend or our worst enemy, depending on things that we feed it, what we're listening to, what we're watching, our inner dialogue. And sometimes the hardest thing is to just show up. And the first step is showing up for yourself, right? Every day is a new opportunity to meet yourself. So when I was kind of like in the depths of depression, and when you really get into that space, sometimes it's hard to get up out of bed and take simple things, taking a shower, brushing your teeth, like, and at that point, structure and building, really writing out line by line, a schedule for myself, just the basic self-care. Sometimes those are just those normal functions are hard to do, and you just have to, and so that, training myself to be like, wake up, thank God, get out of bed, make my bed, shower, wash my face, brush my teeth, eat breakfast, like just those things, step by step, until it becomes routine, and then you can add on.
Yes, but can you imagine those that are functioning through life with functional depression? Because that is what a lot of us go through. And we don't even take the time to understand why we're feeling like this, why our emotions have changed. But because we're so busy functioning through, then listening to the Debbie Downers and then encouraging someone else when you are drained. And in order to heal yourself, you have to pray, meditate, find a community of someone that can encourage you. Because if not, you're gonna be just like, look at them the same. And then you're gonna be don't look at them this no more. But when you strengthen your mind and you say to yourself, okay, because I have to show up, I have to do this, I want to do this, but my spirit man or do both. We have to really step out in faith and show up even when we don't want to. It's literally being encouraged just by seeing us.
This podcast right now is a manifestation of showing up, just showing up. And I want to take the time to shout out Creative Works Studio for hosting us and for creating the space and the opportunity for creators like myself to be in the space and have podcasts, have these types of conversations. And was literally a manifestation of showing up. And I relate to you very much so that this season, even though the season was for being more inside, being more like reclusive, my life is being like, no, you're going. This is a season of producing, of showing, of moving the needle forward. And so I just as we kind of like close out, speak to why creative empowerment or the empowerment of expanding your mind is so important as you're moving
Your mind to not say, I cannot do this. I don't feel like doing this. You have to tell yourself, I'm going to do this. I've written down long-term, short-term goals. I want to execute them. It doesn't matter if it doesn't happen when someone thinks that it should happen, as long as you continue to work towards them. So my encouragement for that is just to continue to see yourself better than where you see yourself now. When I look at you going nationwide, but we met at just a small event, and I complimented your hat, and every time I seen you out, the energy was so amazing. And as I watch you grow, and as I grow myself, I'm encouraged because even though we might be still rise, and when we rise and stay focused, we're bringing somebody else out with us because they're being encouraged. And so my biggest encouragement is just to put one foot in front of the next and keep on striving. Do not stay stagnated. Do not sink in sinking sand, because you will not be able to be radical, and you won't be able to show others that you can make it because you stopped. And so my goal is just to keep going. I want to go to the nations, and I want to pour and encourage into those that are doing the same. I don't want to drain myself. That season is over. So if anybody is draining you, close that chapter.
That season is over.
Open up a new chapter of love, life, and true grinders, because you're grinding. I'm grinding. I'm trying to make a small business into a large business. How can we go to the nations if we close our minds. So open your mind, open a book, journal, and educate yourself on being successful.
Okay, and lastly, would you like to ask me any questions?
Yes, I would like to go ahead and give you something.
I love gifts, so yes, of course.
Okay, well, in the midst of my seasonal depression, I was just asked out to come to a Be Well event. And I was gifted this Peace Be With You. And it's a journal just to educate yourself on your journey and to write down positive things, what your gratitude, things that you want to do long-term, short-term. And I just want to give it to you because through your journey, I know that you have many things, but I just want to add something to you. And it is a Black author. I also want her to come and network with you. And I just want to give it to you.
Well, thank you.
And I also want, and I have one more thing I want.
Okay.
I am going to go see Erykah Badu, and I want you to dress me from head to toe. And if you know me, anybody knows me, you know I'm walking to the stage to see her. And I want to give her something from Radical Black Girl. So if we can make that happen, that's all I want to do.
Yeah, I think we can definitely make that happen, because one thing about a true grinder, like you said, a true hustler and a true creative, is that when the opportunity presents, you gotta do what? Show up.
Yes, show up and do it. And I'm like, here you go. And so that's what I want to do for you because I love you. I love your style and your creativity is speaking for you.
Oh, thank you so much. This has been such a blessing. I hope you got something from this. Took some notes. I didn't know this was gonna be ministerial, but God was definitely present.
Oh, yeah.
So with that being said, I think all is, don't let nobody take your peace.
Let's protect it.
Remember to pray. Go to the big G first. Expand your mind. Open a book. And keep moving forward, one step in front of the other. So with that being said, thank you so much again, Reed, for being my first guest on the Radical Black Girl podcast. All right, RBG, out.
Bye.
We did it! It was longer than 15 minutes, but we did it.
That was good, that was good.
Oh, thank you. I pray nothing but success for you. God's gonna take you through this.
Absolutely. And I'm praying the same for you. However I can help you expand, promote what you have, what you're doing, let me know.
And I'm so excited.